after being sold into slavery, serving time in Potiphar's home, and eventually more time in prison, Joseph has now risen to become second in command of the entire land of Egypt. He has overseen the harvests in the good years, the 7 good years, where food was stored, in preparation for the 7 bad years of famine. And now in Parasha Miketz, Joseph's brothers have come down to Egypt at Jacob's order, and they are now looking to bring back food. And on this day, in Parasha Miketz, Joseph will see these 10 men bowing down to him. He who is, again, second in command of Egypt. And in that moment, Joseph's teenage dreams that he shared with his brothers, shared with his father, have now come true. He dreamed that his family would come and bow down before him, and now they have. And it says that Joseph saw and he recognized his brothers. And there are several commentators who make a great deal of this moment. Remember, this is the culmination of specific dreams. This is things coming true in Joseph's life, just as he imagined them. But rather than be a moment for celebration, Joseph is no longer the teenager that had those dreams. Joseph is a mature adult, someone who can recognize what's going on, but restrain himself. We've seen Joseph mature over the course of his time in Egypt, and now, rather than lord it over his brothers, he restrains himself. He recognizes them, and he pauses. The Kedushat Levi, Rabbi Levi of Berdichev, comments on this and says that this moment is actually one of great praise for Joseph. He recognizes that no one likes it when they are shown to be the butt of a joke, or no one likes it when someone else is triumphing over them. And Joseph, because of that, holds back. He waits. He tries to decide how best to deal with the situation, rather than pointing out that he is their brother Joseph, and now they are bowing down to him, just as the sheaves of wheat in Joseph's dream bowed down to him in that dream long ago. I think that Joseph's action here is really instructive for us. Not that so many of us have the opportunity to make a plan so many years ago and then find ourselves just in that situation. But there are moments where there's sometimes someone close to us, sometimes just someone we know less well, who ends up in a moment where they could be really embarrassed. They could realize that their idea, their plan, their view of the world actually is mistaken. And the other person might realize that their view of the world is correct. They have really triumphed. They can prove how they were right. And in that moment, there's a real feeling within us to show that we're right, to emphasize that, to make someone feel small. And Joseph's a good model for us of why we shouldn't do that. We should be kind. We should not emphasize our rightness and their wrongness. We should be like Joseph, Yosef HaTzadik, Joseph the righteous one, as he's called in the Mishnah. And we should recognize the humanity of the other and the feelings of the other, rather than trying to give ourselves the credit for being right. So as we go into Shabbat this week, it's a good reminder that little moments like these, moments where we have the opportunity to keep silent when we might call out, I was right all along, they're sometimes the most important moments in terms of our relations with other people. I hope you have a wonderful Shabbat.